At the market at the moment, there's still plenty of purchasers out there looking for the market and to buy. There appear to be more properties coming to the market, which is going to be a good thing. Obviously, spring is here and summer is on its way. Properties looking really good, but that should mean that there's going to be more properties sold next month.
So what were the numbers for the last month records?
137 houses sold last month, and that's a solid month. That's is in the top group that we've seen. I think that it was driven by the Reserve Bank decisions, and people were trying to get in before the Reserve Bank really had its impact.
What kind of price ranges have done well?
It was an interesting month last month, and from price range point of view, because the 250 to early threes mark sold solidly again, as expected, but there was certainly solid selling through the 375 to the 450 mark also, and there was good numbers sold in that house price range. And then there was another little fling in 500 to 600, and even a number of 6 houses sold at 800, which is quite abnormal to the market, to a month's selling.
Yep, so that's positive signs for the market?
I think it's really positive signs for the market. That when houses are sold across the board means to me that all levels of people are moving around and are buying. We've had good numbers of buyers over the last several months, and we still have good numbers of buyers coming through. Interestingly enough, numbers from Auckland. There's been a number of people through the office from Auckland looking around, which has been quite interesting. We always have them, but there seem to be more of them at the moment.
There was a shortage of houses for sale over the last few months. How is that changing?
I think that there's more listings coming to the market. More buyers are looking to sell. And I think whether that's driving the number of sales that are happening, because now that they're finding strength to come to the market and they're selling their house. And when that happens, then they'll move from one house to another house. I think if you're thinking about selling your home, still it's a very good time. That based on last month, I think that in the number of purchases that are out there at the moment, I think in all levels of price range, now through to Christmas is going to be a good time to be selling.
So there's still more buyers around than sellers?
I think so. I think there's definitely more buyers than sellers, looking in all ranges. It still is a matter for a buyer. If you see a property that you like, then I don't know if you should, I would say rush at it, but certainly I would go through my due diligence on a quick basis, because if you're not, then there's going to be somebody else that is going to be looking at it and coming up behind you. The interesting thing about suburbs versus sales, if you look at, say, for example, the 400 to 800 range, there was a number of sales in Matua. There was not as many in the avenues, but through Otamotai, the greater Otamotai area, the Welcome Bay area, and Bethlehem area, all had solid sales in them. Yeah, there's a property that we were selling, just talking about the purchases and going through your due diligence. There was a property that we were selling that we had the people through, they liked it, they got the offer in that night, and within the next 3 days there had been 3 people through it and 2 offers had come out. It was a good property in the avenues, so that you needed to be moving along, lest you would have been in a fight with them. Through to Christmas, I think that there's with the buyers that are looking, often through to Christmas and start of January is a time where people come to an area. They're looking to set up schools. Their kids have finished one school. They'll be looking to get ready for the next year. So it's going to be, I predict it's going to be a busy time up till Christmas.